It's Michigan and Ben and regular Joker.
Thanks. He thinks he's a regular Joker. No, you're not. Okay. Well, it may be your gamer tag, but you ain't the real Joker.
Who's the real Joker?
No. That son of a bitch, he's bastard.
Are you fighting Velveteen Dream right now? Is that who you're fighting?
Yes.
I hate Velveteen Dream.
Wow.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God!
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins
over here, Dreamer,
and the Dallas
just let me up and I'll sit
Cowboys.
there and show you a time or two there, you bastard.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Hope you're having fun beating me up because,
And he will be
buddy,
brought down
all
here
you're
at
doing is
about the
pissing me off.
17-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Steps away to his left. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get
no
off the field
clue.
and didn't get it done.
Now Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I did it.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, his nephews and everything is at his house, so.
Quickly in the backfield, down he goes,
Yeah,
folded
John
like a lawn
told me.
chair. It'll go as a
John
loss of
told
a
me
yard,
that
and
soon as
it'll set
Roseanne
up
gets
third
back, he'll
down.
get on.
On third
Gotcha.
down, it's Prescott.
Are you on, John?
Blake Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another good run there
Using
for a
a
guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named
shotgun
the
without
Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of it on the road. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. The numbers for Zeke from last week, 9 carries, 70 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter.
Turn
It's
around
been
down
mentioned
here,
all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
A very solid gain of 27. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Second down and goal. Prescott. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Why did I throw it to triangle?
You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to
create massive waves in sports entertainment. That's in the future right now, Cole. Ladies have only one thing in mind, and that's being the women's champion. Guys, in one short reign as NXT women's champion, she's successfully defended her championship on but never in a match like this. In Iron Woman matches, like defending it multiple times in one night with no break in between. It can be extremely taxing, to say the least. Saxton. Harsh impact. But the challenge of my guys have to earn it. Black Widow! Locked in tight. Person. Really impressive. I never thought you'd break free for that one. What a punch. Away with a beautiful power. The challenge of eating he competes in a match without paying some sort of price goal. And as far as punishment goes, this isn't something that she can overcome. Area of the women's wrestling scene. Candice LeRae is known for not being intimidated by her shape size. She's even taken on the likes of Kevin Owens and Cesaro.
Joker went bye-bye.
Once again, this match is about the women's title. As Michael pointed out earlier, a unique matches during her career. All were examples of persona that's willing to risk the life. The girls getting at the time, seeing the fruits of her labor. She's got her where she wants her. Ah, she gets out of it. Ooh, she broke it away. That'll sting. Red's short reign as NXT Women's Champion. She's already successfully won the championship on several occasions, but never in a match like this. Title on the line in an iron
You went to go play. You went to go rub one off, Robert. Shut up, Patricia.
Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss?
In the early part of the game, other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th
Hey, but Rob's her daddy.
2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that.
Hey, I'm doing a franchise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This is the last game of the season.
DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going
What do
to
you
be
mean,
a
what
long
team?
afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
Well,
Yeah, I'm the Cowboys.
Protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the game.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be stopped right at
Oh
midfield.
my God.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup.
They're the Cowboys.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play.
I know they suck.
Lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down and third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole.
I'm a true Cowboys. I'm a true Cowboys fan. We suck.
And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out. I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice
I know.
now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield now, Haskins. And this is
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Let's go. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy
Zeke.
horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half.
Is Michigan back?
Back at this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you.
I haven't heard anything when I came back. Like, I had to put clothes up and everything.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
No, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Yeah.
A first down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year.
Oh, no.
And the Cowboys, they
yes.
push out in front further. Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
Oh, that was a big gaping hole. Right in the...
Probably not very deep into their script. I don't think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Oh, God, Michigan.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success.
Oh, God, no.
Inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this one will not be returnable.
That's 29-yard line.
Okay.
Okay.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
Oh, well.
It's the kind of week that if you
We'll see what we can do on this drive.
You have this type of a game
Oh.
each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy.
5 yards.
But let's face it, good runners
6.
always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
On 2nd down.
Man.
It's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's and he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd down now. Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I wonder who the second person's watching.
This to Jarwin. And he's got the first down.
I don't need it.
As he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on.
Oh, no, he can't watch my streams.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, has never in the 60-year history of the award been
it's John.
Tight end or wide receiver that is taken. And he'll take it into the end zone.
What's up, John?
Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
Okay.
The Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are
not much.
Nothing already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone.
Bye-bye.
Car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
I wonder when John's getting on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So it doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if, indeed, they do need to rest a few people.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action now. Prescott rolling to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Draw play, Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Yeah.
With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the route is on here in this first half. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tyrone Crawford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37.
Oh.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
Not much. I'm worried about my girlfriend. But I think she's home.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
She's a bitch.
Nicholson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
What's the person you're fighting?
Quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted...
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run with Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On second down, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away.
Yeah, you opened those upside down. You opened the place like upside down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added.
Talk to my brother.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd and 4.
I I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott dancing to his left. And a completion to Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock. Will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Haskins on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon half. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Then he'll take this across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. On second down now, Pollard. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all these empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear. That is one positive. The
one off over there.
He's not in the party.
36 now, 1st and 10.
He's not in the party. He left. Yeah.
He sat there and said that he was online.
Oh.
Oh. Hey.
Yes,
did
sir.
You watch the? Did you watch John's stream there the other night, where it was me and him against Robert and Fag Boy?
No, I did not. What happened?
Oh my God! All right. All I sat there and told John was, I didn't care who done it. I did not care who done it. You know, didn't care. And what it was, I told Robert. I said, Robert. He said, what? I said, back off. He said, what? I said, just back off. I said, if you don't, I said, I'm gonna stop a mud hole in you. Well, he went over towards John. He turned around and done something. And I sat there and I was back and beat them.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
And I told Robert, I said, stay down.
Escaping the pressure right. Trying for Cooper again.
So John beat the fuck out of
and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Fuck out of
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback is going to be when he's setting up the throw.
And then I turned around.
Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that.
What's the Superman punch on him?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin.
I bet he wasn't happy.
Touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
He turned around and played us again.
Continue to
And
put
he turned
this
around and
one
stopped
out
him
of
on
reach.
holding his ass
In order to
again.
lead in a game, you can contributors, but that's his second touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think there's not a game that
And you better believe it.
Gardner could beat John or you guys.
Drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. On the draw play, Coleman. That one good for 10 yards, and it's a second down.
Come on, get up there, man. Come on, take that.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 22 yards there, first down.
What are you doing, Taylor?
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Come here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track.
Samoa Joe.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he's going to take off with it and give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown.
I think it's going to be more of a slaughter than a match. I'm afraid you're right. We've seen certain do some great things in NXT, but I don't think he's ready for that kind of challenge, especially with certain time to prepare. Yeah, well, it's too late now.
That situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Haskins now off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Third and 2, now Haskins. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I remember that scene.
On second down, it's Coleman. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Really nice job defensively. They knew the sticks where they got the stop before it.
And
that's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy.
I just done what I had to do.
And this score
Yeah, I know.
They tried a 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it first.
That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third.
And he lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense was in a tough spot, and opportunistic defense takes advantage, get the turnover, they get the touchdown too.
I know this is going to sound strange, but oftentimes defenses call for this type of a play in this situation. Offense is pinned back near their own goal line. They tell them, be aggressive, go for the football, create a score. That's exactly what they did.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4
times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through with 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
1st and 10.
I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game.
1st and 10. Don't do it again.
That maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as
It's the Cowboys, though, so I'm destroying Washington right now.
Oh, the Cowboys suck.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Cowboys suck. Cowboys suck.
Only muster a yard here at the 38.
Okay.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this
I know they do this year.
Need to hold these guys right around 20
They
or under
basically
that.
sucked after
It was
John.
evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game. It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold. Because
No, we had some good seasons.
And kept the pressure off of their own offense.
12 and 4.
Yeah, but the problem is we didn't.
A first down throw for Prescott. Rolling to his right. Gets it to Strong. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Where are you going? For what? What about, fuck! Well, then I ain't gonna benefit. No.
Another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it.
Drake's going up against Brock Lesnar.
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys
Brock Lesnar is going up against Drake for the belt.
At the opposition as it would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
You can see what it was. Randy Orton's the CEO right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Gave him a small contract because of the fact that Craig got the WWE belt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Haskins. Got the connection here to Bourne. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's for the Universal Championship. I didn't want to put it up, but I had no other choice.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And this is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And he don't...
Still retains the Universal Championship. Not anyone else. So Randy Orton, until you give me my rematch, to keep this happening over and over.
Think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now it's Haskins. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he ain't helping me out.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
You don't smoke.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. The game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team.
Is that Carmella?
For a team that's an underdog.
Yeah.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Drops it underneath. Elliott. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. 7 yards on the play. And 4th down.
Invite him to the party.
Most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. It's
okay. Oh wait. Oh, I know why. Cause this was a group that he created, and
out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over.
Hopefully he'll see that we're on a party and we'll
see what they can get here.
He'll join.
Out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a
it
kick.
don't feel like no 8 o'clock. It feels like it's 10 o'clock. It should be.
Leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I know. It's close to 8 o'clock, but it don't feel like it's supposed to be close to 8 o'clock. It feels like 10.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll be going to bed.
Here's Haskins again. That's going to be caught by
Well,
Richardson.
it's not. It's 7:51. I'm just saying, it like where we fall back, so it means we gain an hour of sleep, but it just feels weird.
Because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it's one of the groups, so, oh, he's invited me, so let's go ahead and join him to the part, let's join his party.
Oh, well, he's got to invite me, I think.
Not much. Streaming some Madden, the final game of the season, in regular season.
It's hauled in by Dodson. And he's gonna
You should have seen the score before the Washington Redskins kicked the field goal and made it. We was destroying them. They had 0 points, but they finally kicked the field goal.
Well,
I think, hey, you should, the party that I was in, that basically was an old, you know, group that we had and everything, flipping Rob joined, it kind of got a little bit weird, because there was a squeaky toy. And, yeah, you'd have to watch, like, the stream and, whatever, my stream, whatever, because we was having a good time about that. He said, hopefully he don't use it. That's not the thing that he used as a condom. So I'm assuming you had your nieces, nephews over.
My nephew.
Ah.
And that's why I didn't get on the mic earlier.
Ah. Yeah, Rob was confused about that too, and then we told him. And he was still wanting you to get on. He's like, dude, his nephew's over there.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
Oh, Rob blocked Garner.
I know, he told me that.
But I blocked him on the PS4.
Blocked who, Rob or
Garner?
Oh.
Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
I blocked him on everything that I have. Instagram, YouTube, PS4, IG, or Facebook, I mean.
Oh, I blocked him on that one. He ain't got a hold of me on Instagram.
I wonder why, because he's probably... Ben said that, because Ben's on right now, if you want, I don't know if you sent him an invite or not, but...
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Ben said that, you and him and Rob was, beating him up on WWE and...
Well, it was me and Ben versus Gardner and Rob. Yeah.
So you had a 4-man tag team match, basically.
No, 2-on-2.
Oh.
Rob kept screwing up and was trying to sit here and talk about that.
The incompletion stops
the clock. That's a bad thing. He's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. And no,
yeah, I said, I don't think there's a game that existed that, you know, other people can join that Gardner would beat you. You would beat him all the same time.
Man, I was live and whooped his ass.
Yeah, no, Ben also told me that. Oh, shoot.
It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
That's what Ben said.
Gardner thinks
I don't understand why.
He thinks he's King Kong or everything.
He's not.
Okay, so let's face it though. Who's happy about this?
Oh, trust me, if I go to school tomorrow and he tries to talk to me or something like that, I'm gonna just block him. Or like, you know, block him out of my vision and my sight and everything.
You know what? All the shit you put us through,
a free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
John,
I know it's
Rob,
an anticipation game for them.
That's why you don't have no friends.
And they reacted poorly on that one.
And I was cool with you until you started shit with John and Rob and Ben.
From the gun,
and that's the truth.
Yeah. Oh, he most likely won't talk to me tomorrow, so I don't care, honestly, because I'll have my earbuds in, listening to music, and then whenever I get to third period, I'll most likely be playing VR or watching YouTube if the VR thing's not working, and have headphones on. Yeah, because most of the time he'll come in. While it's third period, he'll come in to third period to work on something for fourth period and sit beside me because his computer in fourth period is right beside me, or right beside the computer I am in third period that I'm on third period. So yeah, he most likely will come in third period, sit beside me, and I'm just gonna ignore him.
7 catches for him now. Last one,
Gardner's
first
wife
down.
was telling
So
Patricia.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't
Now
block
it's
me.
Haskins. Open man
I
is
ain't
Boyd.
blocking him.
I ain't either.
Completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You know,
One thing I think that's safe to
he's
say defensively,
put
the
me
tackling's
through.
been
There
really
he
good.
is. Michigan!
Very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
I was in a party and then John sent him an invite and he hasn't joined us yet.
Wait, Ben's got
Down
party?
inside the 15, shy of
I
the
create.
10. Give him 16
Yeah.
yards there, and it's a Redskin
I
first
see, I
down.
didn't know.
They don't need to run another play
Yeah, I don't
before
understand
the
why he's not
2-minute
joining this
warning.
party.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
Well, he is playing.
On first down, Coleman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Oh, Chicago versus Green Bay.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a
My basketball
one-sided
team plays
affair.
in a minute, of course. A college basketball team, of course, Virginia Tech.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back.
I wonder if
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation
I wonder if
score.
Ben knows that you're a Bear fan.
On 2nd and 7.
Ben.
Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down.
Ben, join us. Join us.
In there to get him again. That is
I don't know.
number 6. One off the
No, he's a
NFL
Cowboys fan.
record
He's a Cowboys fan
and
because he
they're
says
indeed
we
gonna
when
go
he's talking
for it
about the
here on
Cowboys.
4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So they try to go
no.
pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one.
Oh,
it was
dude,
already
Michigan, you should have seen the score before Washington scored 6 points. I was
So now
destroying
they'll
them
come up on
70 to
2nd and
nothing.
10, once again from the 28.
Yeah, now it's 73-60. Or not 73-60. 73 to 6. Yeah, they Madden 20, the franchise.
Well, that's a good start to this drive.
Washington Redskins.
Foreseeing completion on first
Yeah, I
down.
know.
Then you're able to
So
shut
does
down
the Cowboys in
running
real
play on
life.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I'll
surprised
admit it.
now.
We suck.
Pressure going at the quarterback
We
and they
suck
expect
a
the
lot
passing
of.
situation.
I'm not gonna say that right because my
This
door's
play
open.
going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short
Oh,
of
Yeah,
the
if I-
first down.
Yeah. Oh, Cleveland beat Houston in this game. 31 to 28.
And it worked for a completion. But you have
Meanwhile,
to
I'm
know where the
flipping,
sticks
destroying
are on
Washington,
3rd
and there's
down.
4 seconds to go in the 4th quarter.
It's
This
in the
game
fourth quarter
is
down
in the
Miami.
books.
Out there
Tampa
ready for
beat
this next drive, the
Carolina
Redskins
Panthers
offense.
24 to 10
They've
in the
lost
game.
this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to
Yeah.
take into next
Oh,
week?
Hail
Sometimes
Mary!
teams want to do that, and coaches want
Incomplete.
to remember one time I was
Game
on a team,
73 to 6. That's the final.
It was lost, it was over, right? And the coach called a running
I don't
play
give a
and pretty
crap,
much
Miss
said to
Spinks.
everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just
Shut up.
something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we
Okay.
go forward.
Well, shoot. I was gonna say I'm gonna get off here and watch the game, but I don't know if the game's on that channel.
Put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
Gratefully accept them, won't they?
No, I'm
It
not
makes
gonna
their
get
job
off.
that much
But I'll
easier
end my stream
when
here.
scoring that many points.
I'll do
Allows
the
them to play
divisional
with a totally
round
different style
most
and a
likely
different
tomorrow.
flow.
Well,
So for the
and
Cowboys,
that's the final score right there. As you can see, we're undefeated this season, and I'll see you guys later for the next one. Peace.
Joining the 07 Pats and the
And,
72 Dolphins.
We have a big shutdown come December.
Yeah.